Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you're brand new. Welcome back if you are not, and welcome home if that sits perfectly for you. Today we're here to talk about what's up this week. In terms of astrology and energy, we are talking about the week of March the 4th through the 10th, 2024. As always, let's get right in. All right, so Monday, the Sagittarius moon will square Neptune earlier in the morning. Mercury sitting in Pisces will sextile Uranus in Taurus, and the moon in the later afternoon will move into Capricorn. This is a day where we kind of say like, oh, what should I do here? What to do, right? So you might experience kind of a sudden shift in your directional expressions, right? In the how you're moving through the world, in the way that you're actually in expression. So the thing is, after the moon strides into Capricorn, you might feel a little more serious when it comes to your intentions, right? A deliberate sense of purpose. Here's the deal. Make sure that you're utilizing your felt sense of heart as your compass. Remember that even though Capricorn wants things to be about function, that moon still needs it to be about your heart. Yeah. On Tuesday the 5th, that Capricorn moon is going to sextile Saturn, trine Jupiter, sextile the Sun in Pisces. Thank you. And square Chiron. So your sense of getting stuff done is very strong on Tuesday. So if your motivations feel like they're lagging, get back in touch with your sun energy, right? With your will, with your vitality, with your purposes, and make sure that you're also including the identity that you're most interested in amplifying. Think about that for a minute. The identity you're most interested in amplifying, right? Because we all have those stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves. So find the one that you are enjoying the best or that you would like to witness the best, and let that identity be the driving factor in your choices. And choose that one, right? Choose that new identity or that chosen identity over every other one, whatever used to be or anything else like that. Any other story, just compress it all into that one. On Wednesday, the 6th of March, that Capricorn moon is going to trine Uranus and then sextile both Mercury and Neptune in Pisces. Mars in Aquarius will sextile Chiron. The moon moves into Aquarius, and then that Aquarius moon conjuncts Pluto. How exciting. On Wednesday, listen to me. Mind your steps. Do not let your old fear patterns prevent your movements and chosen actions, but be very meticulous as you choose to be in movement and expression, right? So think first, and as long as you're thinking first, you get to move second. It's the energetic equivalent of measure twice, cut once, right? On Thursday, the 7th, that Aquarius moon is going to square Jupiter and sextile Chiron. 1 8 minutes into the day, and 1 just a little before the day turns. So it's kind of an interesting day, right? An interesting day. So all the places that you're going to find hesitation, you also find encouragement. So realize that your future is already in your grasp, and anything that might feel out of reach is just an illusion of a belief. And that, my friend, is absolutely as changeable as you will allow it to be. Yeah. Friday the 8th, the Aquarius moon conjuncts Mars, squares Uranus, and then Mercury in Pisces conjuncts Neptune. Whee, that's going to be fun. The moon will conjunct Venus, and then later in the evening, after dinner, the moon moves into Pisces, right? This is a lot happening. So telepathy is 100% on point on Friday. Spend some time in your own personal inner sanctum today, and spend that time listening in whatever way that applies for you, right? There are many ways to listen. So as long as you are allowing yours to choose you, just do that. It's all good. Allow for all of those insights and for all of those ideas when it comes to your sense of that inner sanctum, right? How you're going to kind of redecorate that sense of home, and remembering, as always, that when we're talking about home, we're talking about what home looks like, smells like, tastes like, sounds like for you. And let that sense flow as it needs to flow, right? Trust your own power of interpretation, right? Don't second guess is what I'm saying to you. If you get a sense that home feels like this, or home looks like this, or home smells like this, just roll with it. Don't second guess yourself. Just let it be. Trust yourself. On Saturday the 9th, that Pisces moon is going to conjunct Saturn and then sextile Jupiter. Mars in Uranus will square... wait a minute. Mars in Aquarius will square Uranus. Hello. And the Sun in Pisces will sextile Uranus, right? A lot of action there. That's exciting. And then Mercury moves into Aries. So on Saturday, your ideas about your own power and your capacity are really wide open. So the key to taking full responsibility for all of your business, right, that absolute personal responsibility piece, is to make sure that your own actions are matching up to your self-concept, right? So you want to be in resonance, right, with what your soul says and with what you are actually doing in the 3D. So the key is write your own narrative and then walk it with both feet. Both feet, right? Not just half in, half out. No. We walk it with both feet. On Sunday, the 10th, Pisces moon sextiles Uranus, of course, our friend Uranus, who's a little bit busy this week. And then at 4 a.m., exactly 4 a.m. Central Time, that Pisces moon will conjunct the Pisces sun at 20 degrees of Pisces for a new moon. Not long after, that moon is going to conjunct Neptune. And then Mercury in Aries now, right, will sextile Pluto. And then the moon moves into Aries after dinner in that evening, right? And so that Aries moon is going to sextile Pluto and conjunct Mercury, right? So let's talk about the full moon first. Full moon. It's a new moon. I'm so sorry. Did I say full moon the entire time? I hope not. It's a new moon. Right? Sun conjunct moon. So that new moon is also conjunct Neptune and sextiling Uranus. So look for things like perhaps the shock of a missed nuance, like something that you previously could have noticed but did not. Or a jolt of truth where there might have been a state of illusion, right? Something that you didn't see, and then all of a sudden, there it is, right? So pay attention, right? Highlighted themes will be like realism, independence, and intuition. The definitions of those: realism, independence, intuition, right? Ask yourself, what definition are you aligning with? And consider the source, capital S source, of that definition, and ask yourself if you might need to recalibrate your definition in any way. And if you do, go ahead and do that, right? You've got that power. You might also experience a really deep longing to experience very firsthand the depths, the transcendence, the mysterious, right, on this Sunday, this new moon day. Spend the day immersed in magic and introspection, kind of spinning webs of possibility And here's why. In the evening, when that moon moves into Aries, those visions kind of yo-yo back toward you, and you get to see how and what will light those up, right? So it's a pretty cool new moon, right? New moon in Pisces, always a brand new cycle, a good thing. All right, let's get at it. Okay, so on Monday we have the 8 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So we know that the Ace of Cups asks us to walk away from something that's not feeling quite right. And that Ace of Swords says, here's why you're doing, here's what you're looking for, or here's what you're finding. So we talked about this as a kind of a what to do day, right? Perhaps experiencing sudden shifts in your directional expressions, right? How you're moving, right? What you're doing. So perhaps finding a sense of seriousness, a sense of deliberation. And here's the thing, you have this 8 of Cups reminding you that what you're doing is using your heart as your compass, right? You can have great ideas and you're going to follow those ideas, but you're always going to weigh them back in your heart space, because if you're not emotionally fulfilled, then what are you actually doing, right? You can be fulfilled in your brain but still not be happy. So logic, love wins, right? We know this. On Tuesday you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So this is about how you move on those things that make you happy, right? Your sense of getting stuff done is very strong, but your motivations might be lagging. Get back in touch with what is going to drive you, right? Again, what identity are you most interested in amplifying? Because here's the deal. You have nothing but stamina, nothing but go power, but if your heart isn't the driving factor in your choices, you're not going to love where you're ending up. So it doesn't matter how far you go if the trajectory is wrong. So make sure that you're aligned. Make sure that you're allowing that new identity to be the thing that propels you, right? Because then you can go a long way. Very much so. On Wednesday, you have the Page of Cups again and Justice. So we have a little bit of a revisitation here on a higher level, right? On a higher level, we're always utilizing that sort of truth. So here's the deal. Wednesday is that day that we talked about minding your steps, right? Not letting old fear patterns prevent your movements, but choosing very carefully. Think first, move after. So all of these steps you're taking that are heart driven, make sure that you're thinking first and moving next. Gather your heart's data, right? This is important. Gather your heart's data, make your choices, and weigh them appropriately, right? And then you move. Because that's critical. That's mission critical. Thursday, you have the 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So here's the deal. This is about where are you feeling or believing that you're lacking, right? Where are your beliefs in scarcity showing up? And we talked about this as all the places where you're in hesitation, you're also going to be met with encouragement, right? So every bit of that feeling of I don't, I can't, I won't, I couldn't, right, is literally being overwritten by you can, right? You can, you have that, you should if you wish to, right? We talked about the future is already in your grasp. Yes, it is. Anything that might feel out of reach is just an illusion, right? A belief that is as changeable as you allow it to be. Fully supported in this pairing. So make sure that you're weighing carefully and witnessing all of your resources. You might surprise yourself. On Friday, you have the Knight of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the day of telepathy, right? That deep listening and really retooling any sense of home, right? trusting your own intuition, really leaning in. That Knight of Wands says, yes, we are inspired in this way. This is what activates our juices, right? This is what gets us moving. Making sure that you're capable of being grounded while you're allowing those things to move through you and flow as it feels needed, right? Trusting your own capacities to interpret what is lighting you up. Make sure that you're trusting those capacities. It's important. All trust is self-trust, right? On Saturday, we have Judgment in the Sun. How lovely is this, right? We talked about your ideas of power and capacity, right? Really being open wide, taking full responsibility for your business to make sure your actions are matching your self-concept, and really writing your own narrative. And then walking it with both feet. Well, here's the deal. You have Judgment and you have the Sun. Judgment is that beautiful assessment card. Looking backward with the idea not to wallow there, but to learn the lessons, to bring forth the things that are in alignment, those things that are really matching your resonance, your vibration, your frequency, and then really moving forward in that brightness, in that bigness, right? Writing your own narrative about your self-concept in a new way, in a bigger way. Lovely. This is lovely energy for that particular day. And then on Sunday, come on, we get the Six of Wands and the Moon on a new moon day. How lovely is that? We talked about this also. So this is about victory in the unknown, right? We talked about this as that energy of really spending the day immersed in magic and introspection, right? Spinning webs of possibility. Beautiful. And then allowing them to yo-yo back to you so that you can set them into motion. The Six of Wands says, well, guess what? Pay close attention, right? Make sure that you're witnessing all of those nuances, jolts of illusion, those places where you might have missed a thing in the past, right? The moon is all about what's unseen, but present, right? We witness it in the current. And so sometimes we don't automatically know what it is that we're missing until all of a sudden, bing, there it is, and it's on the surface. And then how we move with realism, with independence, with intuition, and redefining those for ourselves, right? Making the choice about what that means to me, just like home, right? These are all self-reflexive definitions. And we can choose to source them to our own highest and best, or we can just take someone else's definition. Well, you are being advised to source your own definitions. That is really where you're going to witness yourself in achievement, and also in achievement in your depths, really, in that magic, in that mystery, because all of them are important, right? We have to seek to activate, not just in the real world, but in the spiritual, right? Which one is more important? That's up to you. Love wins, absolutely. How many times did we say this week, this is about your choice. This is about what resonates with you, right? I think that this is the song we sing all the time, because it really is. Everything we're talking about here all the time, just brings you back to your own truths, So make sure that you just use love as that compass for whatever it is that you need to accomplish in life, wherever you need to go in life. And how lovely is it that we have a Pisces new moon and we have the new life card, right? It's spring. She's waking up here. She's coming back to her own fullness, right? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let's see what her message is. How about that? All right, new life. The essential meanings, the birth of new ideas. Okay, right? You have aces and big, giant majors. I love that. The birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself, right? When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. Well, I believe that's fully validating to pretty much everything that we just talked about. Here's the deal. At this Pisces new moon, remember that what happens with a Pisces new moon is that you have the opportunity to lean in or to back away from the next phase, right? That Pisces energy is deeply intuitive. We have the moon, we have all of this water energy here. And so you have a choice now to lean into what's being offered, or to say, oh man, that feels like so much work. I don't think I have it in me. The universe is saying, just hold on, keep going, because renewal is already here. It's already beginning to unfold for you, right? Look at the abundance you have, not what you feel like you're missing, because that's just an illusion, right? That's just an illusion. Keep going. You've got this. You do have this, right? Take care, guys. This is going to be a lovely week. Yeah, stay in the blurry and dip your toe into the real when you need to. It's a good thing, right? Be blessed.